Hi. Today we're going to look at some of the most unhelpful advice on weight loss. This is going to be a multi-part series because I just want to take some time to cover a few of these. This one's going to be more about weight loss in general, and the next one, the next one or two, I think I'm going to cover people's thoughts about weight loss surgery exclusively. So, buckle up, kiddos. Number one, have you tried insert weight loss fad here? No. In my almost 50 years of life, it has never occurred to me to try to lose weight in any way, shape, or form. Of course I have. You think I haven't tried keto, paleo, Weight Watchers, Atkins, cabbage soup diet? I've tried a lot of stuff over the years. I've even tried just not eating at all. None of it really worked, not long term. A lot of it worked short term. I'm able to lose 30 to 50 pounds and then it just comes right back. So, yes, I have tried a great many weight loss fads, or as people who try to downplay the fad aspect call them, strategies. Again, they work short term, but not long term. You know what, man? Just put the fork down. Pardon me while I finish these last few bites. People who say things like this are not trying to be helpful at all. I understand that you are a reaction junkie. You love saying things to get a rise out of people, to see what kind of a reaction you can get. And even if you think you're being helpful, it's in an "I'm just trying to be honest" kind of way, which is, you're kind of being a jackass. You're not being honest. You're being honest maybe from your viewpoint, but you're being honest from an ignorant perspective. If it were all about watching what you eat, staying healthy would be easy. Don't get me wrong, there are some people who have food addictions who need to maybe go through some kind of therapy to find some way of having self-control. But the majority of people who are overweight for other reasons. They have exacerbating conditions. I have Hashimoto's disease. My thyroid is being attacked, but it's also a general autoimmune disease. It's a red flag for other autoimmune diseases. What it does is, as your thyroid dies, it starts deregulating your weight. So your weight limit is higher. So your body baselines at a higher weight. Add to that a lack of mobility because of janky hips, knees, and ankles, and you have the makings of a weight loss catastrophe. Now, I also take medication that promotes weight gain. That medication keeps me from having severe suicidal ideation, and if I have to choose between being overweight or being suicidal, I'll take overweight every time. And no, I'm not going to try to find a new medication after years of trying. I finally find one that works, and the side effect is I gain weight. I'll take it. Sorry. So, educate yourself. Don't be a jackass. Number three, I've heard that a lot of people who have weight loss surgery wind up getting divorced. Yeah, I know one or two people who have weight loss surgery who wound up getting divorced. There were typically extenuating circumstances, reasons why they got the divorce that had nothing to do with weight loss surgery. Some of them, I've heard from a lot of people whose partners have gotten jealous of them for some reason for the weight loss, and continually make snide comments about it. Yeah, you're gonna end your relationship if you keep being a jackass. I've also known of people who were already unhappy in their situation, but they didn't really have the self-confidence to think they could find another partner. and then they gain that self-confidence once they, lose some weight, and they say, all right, I'm a little more self-confident and my marriage has not gotten any better. It's time to cash in the chips and try something else. Then there are people, frankly, who lose some weight, get some self-confidence, go a little hog wild, and think the pasture is greener on the other side, and they have an otherwise decent marriage beforehand. That's, you know, that's sometimes what happens. But frankly, those kind of marriages are going to end anyway because, you know, they're not happy in the marriage somehow. Not saying it's right or wrong. If you're going to end your relationship, end your relationship. Don't get involved in a cheating scenario, which makes you the bad guy. No matter how unhappy you are in your relationship, it's not like a job. You're not going to go and interview for a job while you're on the job. You will do that because you're trying to find another job so you can just carry right over. Your relationship's not a job. Don't treat it like that. But yeah, the incidence of divorce could be high, but I'm perfectly happy in my marriage. I'm very self-confident. I love my wife. She's been my biggest supporter. And yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Number 4, just try losing weight naturally. I lost 20 pounds myself by not drinking soda, by having smaller portions, by cutting down on sweets. You get the idea. Okay. I don't eat that many sweets. Usually, after dinner, I'll have maybe 2 little segments of dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate, but it's low sugar. And maybe some rainbow sherbet or something like that. Maybe 1 or 2 scoops. And then I'm done. I don't have many sweets. I don't drink soda. I will drink maybe some coffee with some monk fruit extract in the mornings. Once in a blue moon, I'll put some sugar in the coffee. Sometimes I just drink it black. I really don't eat dessert whenever we go out to eat. I don't eat sweets all that much. My primary drink of choice is water. So eating smaller portions, I've said before, I eat portion sizes about equal to my more healthy, thinner friends, and it doesn't help. Eating fewer portions, eating a smaller portion, that's not sustainable. You feel hungry all the time if you do that. And if you feel hungry, eventually you're going to binge because you're just like, I can't stand this anymore. I need a pressure release valve. I'm just going to eat a ton of food right now. I'm just going to eat and make myself satisfied. And eventually you start doing that more because you're just not satisfied with your life. You're not satisfied with the amount of food you're eating. So it's just not a sustainable way of living at all. So yeah, I know you've lost maybe 20, 30 pounds in the last few months. Call me back in 6 months to a year and tell me how well you have kept that weight off. The natural way isn't always the right way for many people. Number 5, you just need to learn to love yourself the way you are. I do. I love myself just fine. As much as someone who suffers from depression and self-loathing anyway can love themselves. Thin, overweight, I've always been perfectly satisfied with myself. The weight isn't a concern for me. It's a concern for some people. That's true. And they need to learn to love themselves the way they are. But some people just, I don't know, want to be healthy. They want to be healthy. They want to lose the weight so that they can walk better, so they can exercise better. Do you know how hard it is to exercise whenever you're overweight? A lot of thin people don't understand this. And I have friends who are overweight, don't plan on losing any weight. They love exactly how they are. They love everything about themselves. They're perfectly satisfied and see no reason to lose weight. Good for them. That's great. Love yourself the way you are. But sometimes it's good to change yourself. Sometimes it's good to change yourself for the better if it means being healthy, if it means being happy. Some people lose the weight and they're still not happy with themselves. That's a deep-seated problem that they need to take care of. But for a great many people, again, it's just about health. It's about having good health and feeling good in general, having good physical and mental well-being. And for some people, whenever they have that extra weight on them, it it you maintain chemicals, or you don't process chemicals well enough that allow you to be happy. There are some that prohibit you being happy that you're either producing or inhibiting because of the weight that you have. And losing that weight allows your body to better process them. So whenever your brain and your body chemistry is actively assaulting you and filling you with that inability to experience happiness, or experience comfort. That's a big one, is comfort in your own head. There's no way to truly be satisfied with yourself. Number 6, you look just fine the way you are. Why do you need to lose weight? You wear your weight pretty well. I know. I've had plenty of people look at pictures of me whenever I was thinner and say, oh my God, that does not look like you. You look so much better the way you are now. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your assessment of the way I look. I appreciate that. However, your preference of the way I look has no bearing on how I feel. And I feel like I need to lose some weight. Feel like I need to be physically healthy so I can be mentally healthy. And my wife likes me either way. And guess whose opinion of how I look matters most? Mine, and then hers, in that order. And finally, for this video, number 7, I don't know why at almost age 50 you're suddenly concerned with losing weight. Maybe you're just going through a midlife crisis. You need to seek a therapist. How to unpack this one? The fact that you're making judgments on what I've decided to do means maybe you need to seek a therapist. But honestly, I've struggled for almost 50 years with weight. I'm sick of it. I wasn't sure about weight loss surgery before because it was kind of in its infancy, and a lot of doctors were promoting the lap band, which I'd heard mixed reviews on. But modern day, it's pretty well tested, and I've had a lot of people who've experienced success with it. So it seems like the right time. It seems like enough time has gone by that many doctors have perfected the surgery. I'm not obsessed with my weight any more than I have been my entire life. I'm obsessed with being healthy. And you know what? At age 50, I'm starting to see things deteriorating. And you know what? I'm already in bad shape. I don't need to deteriorate any further than I already have, and it's gonna happen. But I would rather raise the bar than watch it lower again, than set the bar low and watch it lower way beyond that. So I'm at the age now where really taking care of myself is a priority. So that's the perfect time to consider losing weight. I've heard from people who are in their 60s whose friends are just going bonkers about it. I've heard from people who are close to 70. And you know what? You want to get healthy at those ages? Good for you, man. You do you. Go. Do what you want to do. We are at the age, my friends, where we give 0 Fs about what people think, or at least fewer than we used to. And as you get older, you're just going to give fewer Fs about what people think about what you do. So you do you, man. You just stay strong. So that's the weight loss segment of this this episode. Join me again next week whenever we talk about some people's bad advice on weight loss. See ya.